TSM411, Murray State University, Spring 2013. Peterson Company, Mayfield, Kentucky. Founded in 1816 in upstate New York, one of the nation's oldest continuously operating manufacturers, has been in continuous operation for over 194 years. Revenues in 2004 of approximately $393 million. Distributes its products throughout the U.S. and in over 55 foreign countries. Peterson Widget is a member of the Liberty Group family of companies. 16 facilities encompassing 8 companies with over 3,000 employees. There are various stakeholders within the Mayfield facility, all of which rely at least in part on the smooth operation of the network. As the organizational chart shows, there are 9 distinct departments in Mayfield's Peterson organization. The corporate network provides access to email, intranets, and SAP. SAP applications and products and data processing is an ERP solution run by thousands of small, mid, and large-sized companies worldwide to run a majority of their day-to-day business transactions and processes. SAP is vital to the operation of the Mayfield plant. All 9 departments depend on it for a wide variety of data. The controller uses SAP to get financial information regarding the overall efficiency and cost of doing business. The operation manager may also want to see the efficiency to determine whether more employees are needed or whether a machine was down. This information might be inputted by the facilities manager, who uses SAP to create work orders for maintenance employees or to record changeovers made by tool setters. Human Resources uses SAP to store employee information, benefits packages, and a wide range of other employee-based info. The Quality Department uses SAP to check incoming products for defects and to control non-conforming materials. The Master Scheduler uses SAP to determine how much production is needed to meet company goals, while the Supply Chain Manager would use SAP to view inventory on hand and how much more inventory needs to be purchased to support current production goals. Engineering uses SAP to create, check, and make changes to the BOM, Bill of Materials. The Plant Manager uses the information gathered from all these departments and entered into SAP to make intelligent choices for the benefit of the Mayfield plant and the company as a whole. Local sites provide access to local software, databases, and DMS. DMS is a proprietary software designed by Peterson to assist with government compliance, marking, packaging, warehousing, transporting of end product. These are all business-critical applications which must be available 24/7. Other software is required on a departmental basis. Engineering uses SolidWorks and AutoCAD. Human Resources uses SoftTime and UltraPro. Payroll may use TimeWorks or TimeCron, and the Quality Department uses Synergy SPC and GaugePack. The topology of the Peterson WAN is a spoken hub. There are plans to eventually convert this to a mesh network. Raleigh is the hub and all other sites are spokes. If Raleigh goes down, there is no WAN, although each individual LAN would continue to operate. The Mayfield site is just one of multiple sites within the Peterson network. There are several facilities that are not currently linked to the corporate IT structure due to their recent acquisition, but plans are to eventually have all facilities within the corporate IT structure. The existing WAN consists of 12 sites, 7 of which reside as MPLS, and 5 sites with dedicated VPN tunnels to the network. The network addressing scheme uses a Class B network number, 172.30 plus host addresses, with each subsite assigned its own host address. The local site in Mayfield being initially assigned 172.30.64, and after the expansion adding 172.30.65 to their host address. Mayfield is Peterson's second largest manufacturing facility, producing in excess of 500,000 widgets a year. In 2010, the facility was expanded to accommodate additional manufacturing products. The dimensions of the expanded facility are approximately 270 feet long by 100 feet wide. The Mayfield facility is connected to the corporate IT structure at Raleigh, North Carolina with the AT&T 1.5 gigabit T1 connection. 2 physical servers run 7 virtual servers using Windows 2008 Server Hyper-V. Servers exist for user file shares, DMS, data store, DCSI, printer servers, etc. A server closet and telecom closet are located in the front area with 3 external data cabinets. The data cabinets were added to prevent cables in excess of 100 meters and to provide maintenance shorter cable runs. At the Mayfield site, maintenance runs the Ethernet cables and IT terminates the connection. There is a data cabinet located on the mezzanine to accommodate the office expansion, one located in the main machining area and another located in the main assembly area. Fiber optic cabling connects the machining assembly area cabinets to the main server, while Cat6 cabling connects the data cabinets on the mezzanine to the main server. Each data cabinet contains an APC, uninterruptible power supply, and 2 switches, one for data and the other for IP telephone. The existing network connects of an AT&T 1.5 gigabit T1 connection for the WAN and a 20 megabit upload-download connection for internet usage. The fiber optic network is firewalled using a Cisco 560E PIX. The LAN connection runs to a Cisco 1800 series router which connects the Mayfield site with the Raleigh corporate network using MPLS. The main router for the Mayfield site is a Cisco 1841 integrated router. A Juniper WAN accelerator catches areas of the WAN to enable speedier throughput to the corporate network. The core of the system is a Brocade fast iron FCX 648S HPOE coupled to 2 Hewlett-Packard ProCurve 2910 48-port PoE switches. There are 2 HP servers, a Proliant DL360 G5 running Windows Server 2003, and a DL380 G5 running Windows Server 2008. In addition to this equipment, there is an Aruba wireless base station supporting 6 access point and a Avaya voice over IP setup with 2 48-port switches. Due to the expansion, the existing building was doubled in size, which created problems with network runs in excess of 100 meters. To eliminate this problem, 2 data cabinets were installed with fiber optic runs to each end of the building and an additional Cat5/6 run to another data cabinet located on the office mezzanine. Each of these data cabinet units contain an APC UPS system with a HP ProLiant 48-port switch as well as an Aruba 105 wireless access point. Applications like SAP are now the center of the business world. They are relied upon by Peterson to reach customers, build products, automate back-end business processes, and perform almost every task critical to business. Application performance is therefore essential to the end user and is one of the most visible indicators that IT is doing its job correctly. Due to the essential nature of SAP to the Peterson organization, WAN speed and throughput is critical. As the network stands today, there are WAN slowdowns and SAP disconnections due to unknown throughput issues. It is absolutely an imperative to increase the throughput to the WAN. Across the entire WAN at all times, not only Mayfield, SAP seems to have connectivity problems. An investigation of the cause of this problem was undertaken and several possible causes were put forth. Insufficient network bandwidth was one possible cause. Aging local network infrastructure was another. The server that SAP resides upon, and SAP itself. Further investigation of the network bandwidth at Mayfield showed that even on high bandwidth days, utilization was barely touching 80% of our potential bandwidth, and on average, utilization was in the 20% range. This was seen across all subsites and ruled out insufficient bandwidth as a Peterson SAP issue. At Mayfield, a 2012 project to rewire the entire facility, a 2011 purchase of 2 new switches, and a new core in 2010 eliminated the aging network infrastructure theory. An in-depth assessment of the infrastructure and equipment at corporate, an evaluation of the health of the server, and a rebuilding of the SAP database, as well as bringing in a SAP expert to make recommendations and offer solutions, erased the possibility that the server or SAP itself was the issue. That narrowed it down to something amiss in the network itself, or at least in the communication between SAP at local sites to the WAN. One thing that was missed in the aging network theory was that all the SAP information to and from the local sites passed through a WAN accelerator, an aging Juniper unit near its vendor end of life. This device was found out to be dropping frames and packets and was certainly the main factor in SAP slowdowns and disconnects. The Peterson Company uses server room cameras to prevent unauthorized access to equipment, and EMC2 data backup and recovery in case of disasters. Peterson also uses a wide range of security applications to keep its most sensitive data secure on its corporate servers. Zircon Modusgate appliance is used to deter attacks to Peterson's primary Microsoft Exchange server. Modusgate also effectively counters security threats such as spam, viruses, fraud, phishing, botnets, and other unauthorized communication. Sophos Antivirus Protection delivers fast and effective antivirus protection. It protects both Windows and Mac computers from virus and malware. The latest version finds and protects all computers across the network and keeps them updated with the latest security definitions. WebSys Web Security blocks web threats to reduce malware infections, defends against advanced malware, blended threats, and spam, decreases help desk incidents, and frees up valuable IT resources. In addition, WebSense also provides network port monitoring with application and protocol controls to provide control for hundreds of applications. There are many other smaller security applications that are in use or is used from time to time, such as Wireshark, MalwareBats, AdAware, just to name a few. In addition, the servers are backed up daily and weekly to provide confidence in the data and for disaster recovery should it ever be needed. Wide area networks connect people, applications, and data to make business possible. A WAN accelerator provides optimization, performance management, application delivery, and storage acceleration, which enables IT to both manage and accelerate performance. The performance of the WAN is critical to every enterprise. WAN acceleration can drastically improve the speed of file transfers and the performance of applications across the network. WAN acceleration involves placing an application at the primary data center between the WAN router and servers and placing other appliances in each of the branch offices. The branch appliances cache the large files that get sent repeatedly over the WAN and replicate only the changes to the files. The application uses compression and tweaks network protocols to optimize the data. The result is that most files and applications will perform around 5 to 10 times faster, and in some cases up to 100 times faster. Another benefit is that WAN acceleration can decrease WAN usage between 60 to 90%. This gives WAN accelerators an excellent return on investment because they can reduce the amount of bandwidth needed for purchase at some branch offices. These appliances can be installed without disrupting the current network, and the benefits will be felt immediately after the appliance caches the first file transfer. Please note that WAN acceleration will not speed up applications such as video conferencing or voice over IP. 3 models from 3 different manufacturers were considered by corporate IT as replacement for the defective Juniper WCX 1800. The appliances were all very similar in technical specifications, and in the end, price became the determining factor. The defective Juniper device had reached end of life from its manufacturer, but they had established an upgrade path with Riverbed as the appliance provider. This further reduced the cost of the Riverbed unit and made it easily the best product for the price. Other benefits to the Riverbed Steelhead CX755 was accelerates application performance up to 50 times. Riverbed leads the WAN optimization space with the most innovation around the most comprehensive offerings and the most performance for the most applications. Riverbed data reduction can be formed in memory to efficiently reduce the bandwidth requirements, giving high throughput results. Improve the performance of many of the most commonly used applications across the network, typically by 5 to 50 times, and as said before, in some cases up to 50 to 100 times. Reduce the use of WAN bandwidth by 65 to 95% and relieve network congestion. Minimize the need for expensive WAN upgrades. The bandwidth equivalent of between 3 to 30 megabits per second can be delivered in an office served by IT1. Configure, update, and monitor performance through a single web-based interface, the Riverbed Central Management Console. The new Riverbed CX755 will be installed in the Mayfield network, and once operation, the defective Juniper device that had reached end of life will be removed. The Riverbed Steelhead CX755 is virtually a plug-and-play device. After signing it to use a static IP address and going through a short setup to let the device know which applications are being used on the network, it can be plugged into the network with little fear of any issue. It is basically a caching device, so there is little that can go wrong.